What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're back with another video here on the main channel. If you guys like the video, remember leave a like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Hit me up on Snapchat and my socials and bio. So let's get into this. Alright, so first of all, we obviously are going to be talking about all the teams. If you guys haven't seen my video, I will leave a card to the sellers video that I posted on, what is this, Sunday. Yeah, but again, if you guys are going to remember, leave a like, subscribe, and the notification bell, hit me up on Snapchat, everyone's socials and bio. So let's get into this. Alright, so obviously I'm going to talk about the Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, Detroit Red Wings, I think I just said Detroit Red Wings, I don't know. Detroit Red Wings, Buffalo Sabres, Boston Bruins, and then obviously the Kings, the Penguins, the Islanders. Oh, God. Nope. Kings, the Islanders, the Penguins, the Avs, the Wild, the Stars, the Mammoth, the Preds, the Vegas, Edmonton, Seattle, Anaheim, and LA. But yeah. Those are all the teams we're going to talk about in this video, so strap in, this one might be a longer one. Plus, I might actually upload another one after this. But yeah, so let's get into this here. So I'm going to start in the East since I started in the West last time. So obviously you have the Tampa Bay Lightning at 37, 14, and 4. They have 78 points. They're, again, I don't know where this team is going to go via the, when it comes to the trade deadline here. Now, I don't know what they're going to add. I don't know where they need to add. Maybe a centerman. Maybe I was just watching, again, Top Shelf Hockey. Shout out to him. He was saying about how they were going to look at Blake Coleman from the Flames. I totally think they should do that. Obviously, Montreal, you have their 32, 17, and 8, 72 points. Now, again, I don't know where they're going to go via trades as well. But who knows? They might move Line. Then obviously you have the Detroit Red Wings at 33, 19, and 6, 72 points. They're kind of like poised to get back to the playoffs. I think if they don't get back to the playoffs, obviously Steve Yzerman will be losing his job. But yeah, we'll see what happens to them. And then obviously Buffalo at 32, 19, and 6, 70 points. Again, I don't know where this team's going to add, but this team I have been drinking the Kool-Aid for. I say that a lot. I need to stop drinking Kool-Aid. No, I'm kidding. Maybe another, like, a defenseman. I don't know. And then you obviously have Boston at 32, 20, and 5, 69 points. Nice. But obviously, like I said, I don't know where this team's going to add either. And now in the East, in the Metro, you have moving on to the next team here, you have the Carolina Hurricanes at 36, 15, and 6, 78 points. Again, they picked up Brendan Bussey, who's the goaltender, or is it Busey? I think it's Bussey, I don't know. He's been excellent for them. I don't know what they are going to add. And then you have the 32, 21, and 5 at 69 points. The New York Islanders, again, not sure what this team wants to add. Obviously, I know I skipped the Penguins. I will talk about them in 1 second. Then in 29, 20, and 7, you have the Columbus Blue Jackets. They obviously will be buying. I believe they're sitting. Let me see where they are in the playoffs. Again, I'm not sure what they want to add if they do become a playoff team. They're only 4 points out. I'm assuming they are going to add. And then now, obviously, getting back to the Penguins at 29, 15, and 12 at 70 points. This team was pretty, I was going to say this team was pretty pathetic, but they're not. They're good. They started out the year good. And then in November and December was pretty pathetic. But now they've been better as of late. They've won 2 in a row. They've won 1 in a row. Sorry, I don't know. I'm looking at the 2 was the Islanders. But yeah, I think they want to add some like depth on the blue line, on like the fourth line. They just want to add. They want to add. They don't want to add much. They're not gonna do much. I've read in articles they're not gonna add much. Now they might. I don't know. I hope they don't move guys. Like, you obviously have Crosby. They're not gonna move him. They have Malkin. They're not gonna move him. You have Letang. They're obviously not gonna move him. Who else do they have? Carlson, they're not going to move him. I don't think they would. Obviously, none of the big names. Like Achari, they might move him. Achari might be gone. Brazeau might stay, because he's been good. Duer's going to stay. Brazeau might stay. Or no, yeah, he might stay. Igor Chinnikov, no one's touching him. He's going to be untouchable. He's been working out well. I think he stays. Hollander. Hayes went. I wouldn't hate if they get rid of Kevin Hayes. Ben Kindle staying. Lizotte, he signed an extension. Mantha's probably going to stay. Russ is staying. Raquel's probably staying. Tommy Novak probably stays. Obviously, Malkin's untouchable. Connor Clifton stays. Ryan Graves is probably staying. Carlson's probably stays. Kulak probably stays. Letang is definitely an untouchable. Ryan Shea probably is untouchable. Jackson Ivany, Parker Wotherspoon. Let me see here. Pittsburgh Penguins trade rumors. Let me see who they want to. Oh, a trade with the Red Wings for who? Ooh, for who? For who? Simon Benoit, Zach Whitecloud, Mario Ferraro, Logan Stanley, Braden Schneider, wouldn't hate. They could add a Robert Thomas, I wouldn't hate that. John Gibson. And the Detroit Red Wings. Oh, wait, so there's video, or the article obviously had two guys in there. Oh, whoops, two teams in there. See who else the Penguins. Maple Leafs. Ooh, Morgan Riley would be huge for the Penguins. Oh, don't you dare give up. No, don't you dare give up Ben Kindle. Ben Kindle would not be. No. I mean, obviously, you know, it's at least a rebuild. Dubas has familiarity. Wow, that is a hard word to say. With the Maple Leafs roster, because he was there before. Now, I don't know if that happens, though. But we shall see what happens. With the Penguins. Obviously, the Penguins are interested in, the line A. Pursue Flames defender. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the Penguins are going to be up to. They always interest me at the deadline. Blue liner. I don't know. Obviously the Penguins are definitely going to be making a ton of, they don't need to make a ton of moves. They're good they're good with what they have on the ice team. Unlike some teams, you know that some teams, there's some, like Winnipeg, they've fallen from grace. Tang returned to Penguins practice. They said he's going to be back. What? Mike Rupp, a Penguin winger, has been contributor. What will not be involved moving forward? Shake up at the booth. Colin Ballberry, Steve Mears, Mike Rupp, Rob King. I wonder why. Obviously, Phil Bork and Kobe Armstrong. Yeah, okay, that's sad. That sucks. Like, we're up. Chad Ruedel retired. Aw. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know what sorry, I'm getting off topic here with the Penguins. I do this with the Penguins. I don't know. I read a lot of Penguins news. I'm interested to see what they do. Outside at the deadline. I'm just gonna be rooting for them the rest of the way, obviously, because that's my team. How can I not? And then I'm done there. So going to the West, I'm gonna skip the Central. I'm gonna go to the Pacific here. You obviously have Vegas at 27, 16, and 14, 68 points. They've been doing really, really well as of late. I haven't watched much of them, but yeah. Again, I don't know what they're going to add. Edmonton 22 and 8, 64 points. Again, I'm not sure what they're going to add. Maybe they trade Jari. Maybe they move on from Jari. Maybe they bring in Jordan Binnington, who does have some postseason success when he won the cup with the St. Louis Blues in 2019. I can see that happening, or maybe even going after Stallors. Who knows? And then you have the Seattle Kraken at 27, 20, and 9, 63 points. This is kind of like where I was hoping they would be their second or third year. They're finally doing good. But yeah. Anaheim 30, 20. Oh, I talked about them in the last video. They're probably going to be selling 30, 20. Let me see what they are out of the wild card race. Oh no, they're in the last wild card thing. They're the last wild card team right now but who knows? They could be buyers. I don't know what they'll do. Utah, I don't know what they'll do. I'll talk about them in a minute. LA, I'm not sure what they'll do either. Alright, going back to the West here. Colorado 37, 9, and 9, 83 points. This is probably the best team in the NHL this year. Last year was a fluke. They're just disgusting. 83 points at the deadline. Holy crap. They might win the President's Trophy. But then they better not have the President's Trophy curse of being like the Winnipeg Jets this year. And then, obviously, you have the Minnesota Wild at 34, 14, and 10, 78 points. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Dallas at 34, 14, and 9 at 77 points. Also not sure what they're going to do. Utah at 30, 23, and 4, 64 points. I think they might add some pieces. Obviously, Dallas will add. I'm not sure where. Let me see what Colorado trade rumors are like. Colorado Avalanche. Trades. Trade rumors. They might. They could get Ryan O'Reilly. Vegas. Let's see what Vegas. Trade rumors. They might add. They might move Aiden Hill and Alexander Holtz. I'm not sure what else they're going to do. Because they kind of already made their deadline acquisition in Rasmus Anderson. Minnesota, I've kind of already talked about briefly in other videos. Let's see, Dallas Stars. Dallas. Evander. Dallas could go after Evander Kane. That would be stupid of them. He does only have 1 year left. Pittsburgh to go after Robertson. I've heard a ton of rumors with Pittsburgh. Danny Malkin shoots with Pittsburgh. Penguins may have just changed what happened. Gets a $4 million contract update and more. What happened? Close. They better extend. They better bring him back. They better not move him. He better not get moved, Malkin. That would be stupid. I freaking love Malkin. Jari could get moved. See what Seattle Kraken trade rumors are like. They want to move Shane Wright. They want to get, like, maybe a Cole Perfetti. Oh, my God. Or Elias Pettersson would be nice for them. What about Edmonton? Let's see what they want to do. Edmonton trade rumors. I'm not sure. They probably want to move on from Tristan Jarry to if they want to do that. Boone Jenner, Toronto's Bobby McMahon, Ryan O'Reilly. Do they want to move on from Jarry? Do they want to move on move Jarry? He's struggled. Again, Edmonton want to trade Jarry? They probably do. They traded for him. They probably want to move on from him. Yeah, my God. Yeah, they've lost that trade a big time. Yeah, they did. They traded for him. That was a decent trade for them. Utah. Utah Mammoth. See what they want to do. Trade rumors. Let's see what they want to add. Nazem Kadri, Robert Thomas, Elias Pettersson would be nice. I don't see them. Yes. Probably want to keep Yusuf. They previously traded. Okay. Before the trade, they want to make. They don't want to trade. Who's this? Daniel Butt. I don't know, 21-year-old dude that they drafted, probably. That team has come together nice. They used to be the Arizona Coyotes, but now they're that. Let me see what Nashville's trade rumors are like. See what they want to add. They probably want to sell. They'll be soft sellers, but they're hoping to get a playoff run. They're linked to Ryan O'Reilly. They have won a Colorado, Edmonton, Los Angeles, Tampa, Michael Bunting, Michael McCarron, and Jonathan Marchessault. Colorado, I wouldn't hate. Edmonton, LA, Montreal, I wouldn't hate either. Tampa, I would hate. Do they want to? Are they gonna? They're gonna be sellers. Bunting is moved. He was a part of the Jake Gutzel trade, yeah. O'Reilly, Nashville, yeah. Stamkos probably doesn't want to move either. Is Stamkos available on the trade block? Consider potential candidate. Kings, he has 2 years, so yes, he may. He has to approve the destination. Okay. 28 goals. He has been horrible for them. So I would rebuild, but yeah. I kind of talked about them. Probably already. But yeah, that's kind of about it on this video. I'm sorry this video is a little bit shorter. Let me see what Tampa wants to do. Tampa Bay Lightning trade rumors. Let me see what Tampa wants. Sam O'Reilly. They want to use Sam O'Reilly as a potential trade chip. Okay, what about Montreal or Carolina? Carolina is going to make a big splash. I'm not worried about them. New York Islanders trade rumors. Andre Palat. They wanted Andre Palat from the Devils would be interesting. Oh, they kind of already did that. They kind of already had some. Kind of already done their. That was last year. What about, like, Pittsburgh? Or. Montreal. Canadiens. Line there. Again, we'll just see what every team does here with at the deadline. I definitely will be making the videos on March 7th, talking about all of the moves that have happened. Maybe March 6th in the evening on March of 6th or March 7th. That weekend I'll be grinding out videos of talking about like trade deadline stuff. Saturday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But obviously coming up in the next week, this week, coming up, the rest of the week, probably tomorrow, I'll get a video up. Friday night, I'll get a video up. Sunday night, I'll probably get a video up. But yeah, so, again, like I said, if you guys like these other videos, remember, leave a like, subscribe, the notification bell, hit me up on Snapchat and my socials in the bio. I will see you all in the next one.